Well, it always brightens up a day, doesn't it? Always is. It's such a lovely thing. And of course, neuroscience tells us that we actually need each other to co-regulate, to get our nervous systems calmed down. So it's always a good thing, even in the supermarket. Hi, how are you doing? Or in the coffee shop, speaking to the barista nicely. It helps everyone. And there's different levels and stages of flirting, from hello to the person who's serving you, to being nice to the person crossing the street, to, if you're attracted to someone, sending them signals, or if you're involved with someone for a long time, how do you reignite? So there's all different levels of flirting, and also how do you communicate attraction rather than friendship? So
come on then. That's what we want to know right this minute. How do we do that? Attract someone.
All about your embodiment. As Mae West said, sex is about the motion and the emotion. So it's really like your body is like a field, and you send information out. So when people say they friend zone people, probably they are flirting just from the top end of their body, from their head or their chest. They're not using their body and emitting signals, sexual signals. So that you can learn how to do that by moving your body, imagining your favorite animal, and practicing moving your body. Going dancing helps to get yourself into being a more sexual flirt, because flirting is really, it is words, of course, and teasing and flirting and using the right words, especially if you're going to talk about distance, but it's also body language, tone and pace.
Okay.
Pace meaning slowing down, body language meaning what are you emitting, and like a car, learning how to send sexual signals or sensual signals or friendly signals, learning which are your signals.
And just kind of enjoying it. All right, so look, let's take an example then of the body language bit. Now, I've been reading up on the butt curve. So this is when women push their chests and butts out. So you've got kind of like this S shape going on. And what that does, it kind of like creates this eye-filling S shape, which is attractive. Now, my question to you, though, Cate, is the thing with me being in my later 40s, instead of creating an S shape when I do that, it's pretty much an L shape, because things have kind of dropped. So does that matter? Can I still attract someone with my attempt at the butt curve?
Well, absolutely. And I don't know if you're around young people, but I have a niece who's 12 who's been showing me all these TikTok and Instagram videos, exactly what you're talking about these young girls. And they do all these butt dances, the dances with their bottoms and showing their bottoms. It's all rather marvellous. And she was being very proud about having a bottom. And it was so hilarious, because I'm from another era where, women worried about the size of their bottom. And she's going, oh, look, isn't it marvellous? Marvellous to have these bottoms and these, these sensual... And it's so much fun. So I'd recommend watching these videos and enjoying your bottom, enjoying your L shape, enjoying however because if you can enjoy your body more, someone else will enjoy it too.
All right. Okay. So, all right. That's fine. Right. So,
I know that this is a bit of getting over, but honestly, start to try to look at your body with a bit more love.
Okay, and the dancing aspect is always a nice thing. Do women and men flirt sort of differently?
Obviously we're in the era where we're looking at things in not such a binary way, but of course we come from a traditional place where there have been traditional ways, and of course everybody's unique and different. Of course they are, but traditionally, if you're going to look at the old traditional stance and in the modern era, it's not so traditional. We're looking at things very differently. But in the traditional way, men would bond with teasing, and women would bond with a kind of mysterious looking and looking away, like the tango 3-look tease. So men would often show that they were flirting with you by coming up and teasing you, saying something rude or cheeky to a woman. And so what can get confusing for heterosexual people in that sense is that some women would find the teasing offensive and not realise it was a bonding mechanism. And some men don't realise that when the woman stares and she looks and looks away, part of what she's doing is saying, you're welcome to come near me. And so for some men who are not reading those signals, they would think, why is she staring at me? And it's helping people to understand these signals, understand getting more relaxed, having more fun, and being more playful with each other, so that when she stares, stare back a little bit and maybe ask her how she is, or if he teases you, see if you can tease him back. You can always get some lines ready to tease back, or have some fun with it.
Well, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Just enjoying it and having a little bit of fun. Cate Mackenzie, thank you so much for joining us there. That is the Love Coach Couples Counsellor, Cate Mackenzie there.